Virtue is clearly not its own reward in Franklin's scheme. I mean, when you come to the end of our selection, he points to the felicity of his first 79 years as the justification for the project and for the pursuit of virtue. So it's and that's part of the appeal of self-interest rightly understood, that approach to virtue. But there may be virtues like sacrifice, like extreme forms of courage. The soldier that falls on the grenade to save his buddies in the platoon. That they simply can't be accounted for that way. Is anything lost by Franklin's way of tallying things up?
I think yes and no. I mean, if we remember, he has two virtues for moderation. One is temperance, one is moderation. Mm-hmm. And that really is an accident. What he, I think, was most afraid of was fanaticism. Mm-hmm. Fanaticism of any form. And that might be a reason that courage is not included in this.
What he says about moderation, he seems to be working against those who are in the grip of manly pride or manly honor, and they take offense readily, and they're quick to anger. And so he really wants to get that under control in this new order. Moderation is a virtue which is maybe more associated with women than with men, and he gives a special pride of place to this virtue of moderation.
It's true that Franklin is trying to shift away from fanatical religious teachings which divide people and produce civil disorder and worse. On the other hand, he writes his own prayer to address powerful goodness. He has some kind of deistic view here. But I'm wondering whether he hasn't left out something terribly important, both for private and public life.
We need a bit more of the Puritan residuum.
I think one of the questions is about religion has to do with the way in which he talks about moderation. Forbearance becomes very important. And you could say, well, that's feminizing moderation, and that's instead of courage. But it certainly is compatible with a kind of religious attitude. Secondly, turn the other cheek. Okay, so there are things that are in this. The assumptions are radically different from the Christian assumptions. Human beings are not sinners by nature. But I don't think he would suggest that hope or faith or charity are virtues that one ought not to cultivate.